Hey everyone, and welcome to yet another DVD collection video, where I'm going to be showing you my Amazon Burn On Demand DVD collection. Now these are DVDs that you can only find on Amazon, but they had stopped making these, I think sometime last year, or maybe it was this year. I honestly don't remember. I know there isn't quite a little bit as much to cover with my other DVD videos, but I've actually got a few fun facts this time around for each of these DVDs, because the shows we're going to be covering are The Fairly Odd Parents, Tough Puppy, and Shock Zone. Well, I mean, obviously a lot of people know about The Fairly Odd Parents, but I'm not sure if anybody remembers this. You got The Fairly Odd Parents Wishology, which was a 3-part special event where an ancient enemy of fairies known simply as the Darkness, which is this big black hole in the sky, has returned and is seeking vengeance. And I've seen the special enough times to know the story. I'm just trying not to give it away for anyone who hasn't seen it. But anyway, we've got the front cover, the spine, and the back. And the disc. Honestly, if you ask me, this should have been the end of The Fairly Odd Parents. This really feels like a series finale to me. I know a lot of people say the Channel Chasers should have been the end of The Fairly Odd Parents, and I can understand why. But still, I feel like this also would have been a good series finale. And another thing, too, I forgot to mention that the Darkness has an army of robots known as the Eliminators, and the lead Eliminator is actually voiced by Gary Sturgis, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, who was also the voice of the Phantom Virus in Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Here we got Tough Puppy Season 1. Now, I know I had mentioned Tough Puppy when I did what I hope to see in Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3, but for those of you who don't know the show, I'm going to sum it up the best I can. Basically, Dudley Puppy, the perfect combination of every breed of dog known to man, is recruited by the Turbo Undercover Fighting Force, or TUF, to help fight crime in the city of Petropolis. So here we got the front cover, spine, and the back. And for episodes, we have Perfect Partners, Doom Mates, Mallrat, Operation Happy Birthday, Snap Napped, Mamageddon, Cruisin' for a Bruisin', Puppy Love, Toast of Tough, Share a Lair, Dog Days, Internal Affairs, Chili Dog, The Doomies, Thunder Dog, Snap Dad, Iron Mutt, and The Wrong Stuff for Disc 1. Disc 2, Watchdog, Dog Dish, Forget Me Mutt, Mind Trap, Kid Stuff, Super Duper Crime Busters, Mission, Really Big Mission, Frisky Business, Hot Dog, Disobedience School, The Dog Who Cried Fish, Doom and Gloom, Law and Odor, The Rat Pack, Booby Trap, The Curse of King Mutt, Board of Education. And for Disc 3, we have Snappy Campers, Lucky Duck, Guard Dog, Dog Save the Queen, A Doomed Christmas, Big Dog on Campus, Dog's Best Friend, Dudley Do Wrong, Puppy Unplugged, Top Dog, Quack in the Box, Monkey Business, Diary of a Mad Cat, Lie Like a Dog, and Cold Fish. So let's take a look at the discs. Actually, I want to go over to some of the voice actors for the show, some of which you might have heard of. So Dudley Puppy, the main character, was voiced by Jerry Trainer, who played Crazy Steve in Drake and Josh, and Spencer in iCarly. Here we have Kitty Catswell, Dudley's partner, who was voiced by Gray Delisle, who also voiced Vicky in The Fairly Odd Parents, Sam in Danny Phantom, Azula in Avatar The Last Airbender, Mandy in The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and is the current voice of Daphne from Scooby-Doo. And here we have the Chief, who's like the leader of Tough, who was voiced by Darren Norris, who Also played Cosmo, Jorgen, and Mr. Turner in The Fairly Odd Parents. And he even played one of the villains on Codename Kids Next Door, Count Spankulot. Another character from the show, right here, is Keswick, who is the genius inventor of Tough, voiced by Jeff Bennett, a.k.a. the voice of Johnny Bravo. And here we have Tough Puppy Season 2. We have the front cover, spine, and the back. Disc 1, Pup Daddy, Candy Canine, Freaky Spy Day, Dog Tired, Dog House, Time Waits for No Mutt, Lovebird, Bluff Puppy, Bark to the Future, Lights Camera Quaction, Close Encounters of the Doom Kind, Golden Retriever, Rat Trap, Agent of the Year, Tough Choices, Sob Story, Hush Puppy, Quacky Birthday. Disc 2, Happy Halloween, Till Doom Do Us Part, Barking Tall, Bad Eggs, Bark to Nature, Mutts and Bolts, Carbon Copies, Tough Cookies, Subliminal Criminal, Acting Tough, Tough Cell, Tattletale, A Tale of Two Kitties, Pup in the Air, True Spies, Bagel and the Beast. In Disc 3, we have Mud with Power, Legal Beagle, The Spelling Bee, Housebroken, Dancing Machine, The Good, the Bad, and the Quacky, Pup Goes the Weasel, Puppy Paws, Sheepdog, Mom's Away, Crime Takes a Holiday, Flower Power, Match Me If You Can, Organized Crime, Girlfriend or Foe, and Scared Witless. Here are the discs. And here we have Snaptrap, the show's main antagonist, who is voiced by Maddie Taylor, I think? Who also voices another character in the show, Quacky the Duck. And here we have Chalk Zone, the complete series. I know I had mentioned Chalk Zone actually a couple of times in the past, but for those of you who don't know about Chalk Zone, a kid named Rudy Tabooty gets his hands on some magic chalk, which leads him into Chalk Zone. With this magic chalk, he can conjure up anything and bring it to life in Chalk Zone. And as somebody who's got the chalk, like the theme song says, Rudy's got the chalk, he is basically the protector of Chalk Zone. So we got the front cover, spine, and the back. There is no episode guide, but despite being called the complete series, there is one episode missing. It's an episode called The Smooch, and the reason that episode isn't on here is because it features a song that was copyright. I forgot what the song was, but yeah, it's not here. But they do have the rest of the series. Let's take a look at each of the discs. Actually, how about with Tough Puppy, let's also go over some of the voices in the show. So, Rudy Tabooty, the main character, was voiced by E.G. Daily, who also voices Tommy in Rugrats and Buttercup in the Powerpuff Girls. We have Penny Sanchez, who was Rudy's genius friend, voiced by Hilden Walsh, I believe that's her name, who also voiced Starfire in Teen Titans and Princess Bubblegum in Adventure Time. And here we have Snap, one of Rudy's creations, and who often follows Rudy on his adventures, voiced by Candy Milo, who also voices Nick Dean in Jimmy Neutron and was the replacement voice for Dexter in Dexter's Laboratory after Christine Cavanaugh retired in 2001. Let's also go over some other characters in the show that also have familiar voices. So here we have Rudy's dad, Joe Tabooty, who was voiced by Jess Harnell, who had been the voice of Wacko Warner in Animaniacs, and also voiced Crash Bandicoot in the N. Sane trilogy and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. And here we have Biclops, the protector of the Magic Chalk Mine, who's voiced by Roger Bummus, who also voices Squidward and SpongeBob, and Professor Membrane in Invader Zim. Here we have Scraw, a hideous chalk drawing and the show's main antagonist, voiced by Jim Cummings, who also voices Darkwing Duck, and is the current voice of Peg Leg Pete, Winnie the Pooh, and Tigger. Vinny Raton, another one of the show's villains, who is a businessman and wants to turn Chalk Zone into a theme park for money, voiced by Rob Paulsen, who also voices Yakko in Animaniacs, Raphael in the 87 Ninja Turtle series, Carl and Jimmy Neutron, and about 100 other cartoon characters. I felt like if I were to list them all, I'd be here all day. The same for Jim Cummings. Here we have Terry Buffon, a news reporter who wants to prove the existence of Chalk Zone to the real world. And like Kitty from Tough Puppy, she too was voiced by Grey DeLisle. And here we have Jacko, a jack-o'-lantern chalk drawing, who, despite only appearing in 2 episodes of the show, I think is still a pretty noteworthy character, and that's because he's voiced by none other than Tim Curry, who is known for many roles, but also had a couple of other roles in other Nickelodeon shows, such as Zimbo in All Real Monsters, Professor Calamitous in Jimmy Neutron, and of course, Nigel Thornberry from the Wild Thornberrys. Smashing! But anyway, yeah, that concludes my Amazon Burn On Demand DVD collection. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys liked my Nigel impression. I think I did a pretty good job. And I hope to see you soon.